Hey, thanks so much for downloading my runner's warm-up. If you're here, then you're serious about improving as a runner. And chances are, the reason you find this warm-up so intriguing is the fact that you don't need to stretch or foam roll before a run. But I can understand why you think that, since the fitness industry advocates that better flexibility will allow you to move your body through more optimal ranges when you're running. The caveat about that misconception, though, is that most runners and even fitness professionals don't realize that the available range of motion in any given joint, like your hips or your shoulders or your ankles, is determined by the position of the more central structures of your skeleton, meaning the relationship of your rib cage and your pelvis. So as much as you feel like stretching your hip flexors is what you need, I would say that strengthening your hip extensors in a relatively shorter position will enable your hip flexors to not just let go, but function more reactively from an optimal length every stride you take. And you might be wondering how to restore that optimal length, not just to your hip flexors and extensors, but to your circumferential abdominal wall and backside musculature. Because we know that a person stuck in an anterior pelvic tilt likely has over-lengthened hamstrings and obliques and chronically shortened quads and low back muscles, which means it's a positional problem, not one of tightness. So we need to train in almost the reverse positions if we expect our strength exercises to optimize our running mechanics by way of positional intervention. And when I say positional intervention, I'm talking about performing your split squats from a more neutral posture versus the common chest up, shoulders back, butt out starting point that doesn't pertain to running athletes. Runners need rotation globally, but especially in the hips and trunk, which looks like this, and which also looks like this. Notice the diagonal wrinkles of my shirt representing trunk rotation through the rib cage, not the spine. You access true rotation by anchoring the rib cage to the pelvis during your strength exercises to allow rotation to be driven from the core into the extremities, which is what you will experience when you go through my runner's warm-up. And if you find that it makes a difference for you, then don't stop there. Train that way 3 days a week for the next 4 months, and I guarantee you will develop new levels of strength, speed, and stamina in your running performance, all while reducing your likelihood of injury. Because when you're able to access and work through optimal positions at home in your living room on a regular basis, you will 100% be able to express those same positions you worked for in a faster paced activity like a casual 10K run on a Sunday. So if you're struggling to make progress, or you know that strength training is important, but you don't know how to apply these principles into your program, or if in the back of your mind you're worried that a nagging ache could turn into a strain, then let me coach you through running specific exercises that will not only balance out very common asymmetries, but ultimately help you generate more power and efficiency on your runs. Join my Runners Team program and progress through 16 weeks of at-home training using your own body weight and minimal equipment. And because you downloaded this warm-up, you get 20% off per month for all 4 months. Click the link in your email and sign up today.